Hey, I'm back. It's currently August 13th, 2025, and I'm about to pursue my endeavor to shut the shit show down and conquer all the odds. But so far, it's not working well, but I'm trying and I won't stop and I can't stop. And this would be the fucking biggest lawsuit in history. Bigger than fucking any court case in history, I believe. Bigger than fucking Diddy, Epstein, OJ. There's a lot of prominent people involved. And it seems like the law enforcement is involved in other ways towards blackballing me, making them look like accomplices of sorts. By the way they are stagnating and procrastinating towards getting to the bottom of this situation. I don't like it, but they made it seem like that. They really think I'm gonna rot here in front of the whole fucking world. Fat fucking chance. Like my win in court. Now brace. It's just a fucking show. Shut it down. That's why they don't like you.
Please choose from the following options. Orange County Sheriff's Office, this line is being recorded. This is Operator Kirsten. How may I help you?
Hi, Kirsten. So I was redirected to find a detective to speak with someone higher in management, and unfortunately that number was a flop, and it just led straight to voicemail. And I just want to see if I could follow up with somebody that could, get me a detective on this case. I have an event number for you to work with.
Okay, to speak with the detectives, you would have to call down to our central operations.
The ironic thing is, I went over there and they literally redirected me. And I'm telling you right now, I believe that the law enforcement is working against me on this one. And I believe that there's an obstruction of justice going on. I don't know why. It's not just them, but there's seriously something going on that's wrong and unjust. And they're not solving it in any way, shape, or form. And I don't like how they're acting. I don't like the way they're treating me in any way, shape, or form. I believe this is police brutality in a form through the lack of services. But I'll try to reach out one more time. If you could refer me to that number.
What number you're calling?
I called a number. It was 407-254-7441. That was the one that was relative to the higher management team.
Okay, try 7,000 next time.
7,000. 407-254-7000.
Yes, sir.
Isn't that the OPD's number?
No, that's not. That's Orange County Sheriff's Office.
Okay. All right. And so they could direct me to a detective. Are you positive?
Yes, sir. They'll be able to transfer you directly to them.
All right. If you say so, I'm gonna hope so and wish for the best because it's really bad right now.
Do you want to tell me what the case number is? Because maybe I can have a deputy reach out and give you a phone call. It won't be a detective, but it'll be a deputy.
I had several calls with the deputy, and I had actually a deputy that followed up with me on one of those calls, and he directed me to the central operations, and I just came back from the central operations, just interacting with them, just to get redirected to here, because they weren't of no assistance in any way, shape, or form. They literally led me to a therapist. And that guy couldn't do one job. He couldn't do his job at all. He said he was I'm going to see if I could get a detective. And I gave him enough context to work with, way more than enough context to work with to follow up with a detective. And he was so fixated on mental health, trying to play me like I'm a Looney Tune. And I don't like that. I don't like how they try to play that card. I'm telling you right now, there's something fishy going on in the law enforcement right now, and it's being documented as we speak, and I'm that famous to the point where even this call is being broadcasted. I'm pretty sure you are familiar and that you may have context. You don't have to speak any more on it, but there are people listening other than us right now, because that's part of the show, and that's actually the problem right now. I'm trying to work on shutting down the show that's relative to me and my life documentary, and the law enforcement is just stingy. They're really hard to work with. And I don't like that. And I have to speak about it so much, elaborate so much. And all they do is listen, and listen to the problem, but there's no action going on whatsoever. And I have little to no resources. I'm literally in a corner with little to no resources. I don't know where to go to. I'm looking for legal action being taken. And it's so much of a problem that I'm pretty sure that the president of the United States may have addressed the situation. And I don't like where this is going right now, because it's just it looks like the doors are closing on me. And I literally want to hold them accountable. I want to hold the I want to hold the law enforcement accountable for these, for the way they're behaving. It's so wrong. And all I'm saying is a deputy might get me nowhere. He'll listen to the problem. He'll probably document what he hears, but it will go nowhere. He'll probably tell me to go to the central operations again, or whichever a deputy that's on the phone, just to look for a detective. And I tried interacting with him, but it was a dead end. That's why I'm upset. And I could call again, because the guy that I was on the phone with sounded like it was the wrong guy. I feel like they setting me up with that guy. You see the way they play? They're trying to play me like I'm crazy. And it literally feels like a Black Mirror show. Why are people acting like this? I don't like the gaslights. I don't want to feel like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, because I know what I'm talking about. I'm literally been an investigator. I've been investigating this, trying to figure out, put my own twos and twos, my own conclusions together. I somewhat put most of it together. I somewhat got the gist of it. And it's a serious problem. It's an invasion of privacy, a broadcast without consent. It's been hindering my lifestyle. People are in my business. Literally. I don't like how they can hear this. They can hear me speak so well and make it sound like my words have no power. Act like it's not a real thing. That is so wrong. That is absolutely wrong. I'm just frightened by the fact that I won't go anywhere with this. That they won't move forward with this in any way, shape, or form. That's all. I hope you log this somewhere. If you could log this call into the event number. Jacob Richardson.
Okay. Can I place you on a brief hold just for a moment, okay?
Thank you so much.
It's just because, I really want to help you, and you gave me a lot of information. I just need to type it up, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, of course. Oh, hello, sir?
Hi.
Oh, hello. Am I speaking with Jacob?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Jacob. I know you have called a little bit. You've called, and I wanted to know, I'm able to help. I am going to do my best to help you today.
Okay.
I just want to make sure you're okay talking to me, because my role here is I am not a sworn deputy. I am a contracted social worker.
Okay.
Which basically, but you are on a recorded line.
Okay, that's fine.
So everything you're saying is recorded.
You are
okay?
as well.
So everything you're saying, yeah, me too. You and I both being recorded together.
Yeah. No,
Excuse
me. I was just letting you know.
Yeah.
I was just letting you know I'm documenting myself for certain purposes. Yeah, I'm just letting you know in advance, because I've quite the portfolio in context to work with.
Yeah.
This is a serious case. It should be a priority. So, what is your goal?
So tell me, I want to hear what is going on with you, and if you want to tell me what's going on, I can talk to you about what's going on here.
I would love that, but I elaborated so much, and I've done it so many times. I can do it again, but I have it logged everywhere. Literally, this is all the law enforcement does. Listen, they don't do anything to help the problem, and all I do is talk about it, and there's no action. That's why I'm upset. I feel like they're just wasting my time and my breath. Do you need me to talk about it again? Do I have to?
No. If it's not helpful, I can quickly read up on what's going on, and you don't have to go through it all again.
Okay.
Jacob.
Thank you. I can give you a brief synopsis.
Cause you more stress.
Yeah, I could give you a brief synopsis. So basically, there's a live broadcast of my life. It's a documentary of sorts. The first ever in history to be documented in this manner. And it's hindering my lifestyle, the exposure. People are in my business. I believe the whole world is in my business through the cellular device. That's one of the main forms that they document me. I'm quite the speaker, the internet sensation, the motivational speaker. I'm very well known. I'm quite the global icon. And I've been preaching about it and talking about, conquering this endeavor with people for so long and manifesting it. And literally everybody has been with me on this journey every step of the way. And it's just, it's an arduous one. It's not an easy one. I believe the law enforcement may have been manipulated. They may be controlled by people higher than them. I believe that possibly their jobs may be even on the line with how serious it is. I don't know why the law enforcement are acting as if, or making it seem like they're like accomplices, like they're guilty in some way, shape, or form with the way they have been working against me towards tackling this and shutting down the show, the broadcast of my life. And I don't like how they act two-faced about it. I don't like how they act like it's not real. I don't like how they try to gaslight me and make me sound like I'm loony and try to redirect me to a therapist guy who was so fixated on my mental health that I think that he had mental problems because that's all he wanted to talk about. And he couldn't do one job and follow up with a detective for my case. And I have way more than enough context, which I gave him to work with, to follow up with a detective. And he said, he literally just shut me down, closed that door for me, and just kept talking about mental health and mental health and mental health. I'm like, are you serious right now? Are you really being that corny right now? And it just feels like I'm in a Black Mirror show right now. Like I'm in a Black Mirror episode with the way the people have been acting. I don't like it in any way, shape, or form. I'm not crazy. I investigated myself. I interacted with people who are vouchers of my documentary being real. And I have little to no context of my documentary. These are the twos and twos that I put together. I'm blackballed and shunned from all the content of me possibly being everywhere on the internet. That's relative to, my documentary, my broadcast. And I know for a fact that people post about me, repost about me. Even now, these audio recordings that we're speaking on the phone right now may be broadcasted, not broadcasted, but may be posted on the internet via social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, etc. That's how famous I am. And yeah, it's real.
Okay. Mr. Richardson, I hear, and I want you to know that I'm here for you, and we are not, and I promise you on my end anyway, this isn't being broadcast anywhere. This is just me and you, okay?
Okay.
I don't know what's happening on your end, but I promise you that it's not happening on my end, okay?
Okay.
And I know, and I hear you that you feel like you're not being heard by people. You're not being believed.
Correct.
And you're saying, this is not mental health related.
Correct.
Okay. So, how long has this been going on?
For some years now. And I actually have vouchers from people. I don't know if I said that already, but I literally have people that talk about it. I even have, and I'm going to go more into depth on the evidence that I have gathered from other people that are familiar with my documentary. I even have text messages of someone saying, I seen you take a shit right now. And I even asked that person, have you seen me jack off too or what? And he said, yes, no Diddy out the shower, quote unquote. That is real. Okay. I'm telling you, people are familiar. And I don't know why people are reluctant to speak about it. Like, it's treason to speak about my documentary. Like, it's that bad. Or they're ashamed to speak about my documentary. Like, why can't I know about my documentary? You know what I'm saying? My own documentary. Why can't I know about it? I don't like how the general public know me and act like they don't know me either. With the context that's going on out there about me trying to solve this case and get to the bottom of this and file a lawsuit on the broadcasting people.
So what is the documentary about, Jacob? About you, about your life, or?
Correct. It's about my life.
Okay. about your life? Okay.
Yes.
Who is making this documentary? Who's like producing it and all that?
I don't know. I do not have the context, but I'm letting you know that there's very prominent people involved. There are people well known. There are people with status, money. I believe that, that there's a lot working against me towards, shutting the show down. I'm just letting you know it's real. That's all I have to say. And I don't know much. I have no context. Most of the context I gathered are the twos and twos that I put together. And from what I've gathered from other people. And people made it known that I had a documentary, pretty much inferencing, like, hey, I may have seen or heard you from somewhere. And it was repetitive and it was consistent. It was literally consistent. I feel like I feel like they have an I stalk you up. Literally. And that's a meme.
Okay. Okay. And so you're not sure. It sounds like you don't have a lot of answers. You're not sure about a lot of things, and that makes sense.
Correct. And I'm letting you know now that there is context out there. I'm just shunned away from it. I promise you there's context out there. Loads of context towards the broadcast and, my image and my name. People from foreign countries inference that for me. Live. Through the broadcasting platform. That's how famous I am.
What platform is that?
I found out through so I'm just tell you what my perspective and what is. My phone is consistently broadcasted. My phone activity, that's just part of the broadcast. They broadcast my phone activity 24/7, and the general public has access to it. They see my text messages. They see what I do. They see what my activity all day, and I go on, sometimes from time to time, I scroll on TikTok, right? And I go on people's lives. I see people's lives through, the FYPs, the For You page, and it's live. It's live. And people make and do these actions where they're making it known like, hey, I've seen you before. Or they quote me. They quote what I say off camera or on camera, behind the scenes, etc. Pretty much let me know and inferencing me like, hey, I heard you from somewhere before. I may not know you, but I've seen you from somewhere before. I don't know how they do it, but they do it several different times. They do it many times. And I believe there are people that support me in that way. They let me know that I'm being broadcasted and that I'm not crazy. And they quote me in a manner where it's obvious and evident. Like, okay, I know I may have influenced that behavior.
Okay. So you believe that these people are supporting you? Is that a good thing or is it a bad thing?
Supporting is good. Supporting. That's a good way because they have, I'm guessing there's only so much they can do. And I'm letting you know now that a lot of this is logged. The people log it for me. There's so much context that is out there. And that's where I'm going when I say there's an obstruction of justice going on towards evidence in that manner. Because there's all the context out there regarding, my broadcast, my content. And the law enforcement isn't utilizing that. They just want to continue and act like that it's not a real thing. I don't know why they do that. Like the cat hasn't been out the bag already. I don't like that. I feel like I'm being discriminated against. I shouldn't feel that way. I should be embraced by the law enforcement. Like, hey, I know your documentary. I've seen your documentary. I've been waiting for you. We've been waiting for you. We know who you are. You're that guy. I don't want people in my business all the time hearing what I say. I don't want to be judged all the time. I don't like being exposed in this manner. I have quite the personal problem. And I'm really respectfully asking and fighting for my personal space. And I don't like how it feels like my words are going little to nowhere but somewhere. Feel like they have no power. And the world shouldn't be that way. The word is power. The word is influence. And I speak quite well. And
you do. You're very articulate.
Thank you so much. And I'm very upset at the news, the journalists, because I reached out to them with one hell of a story that any journalist will cover with the context that is out there. And they shunned me. Like like, like I have to wait for the law enforcement. Like I have to go through the law enforcement first. They hear my story. I reached out email after email after email, different journalists in Orlando, news stations, etc., with context and context. And you're telling me they wouldn't cover this story? There's something fishy going on, and I believe that the world is a part of the world is in cahoots against me. Not everyone is towards my favor, towards this endeavor. I'm really fighting for my life here. They robbed a lot away from me. Seriously, that's how much this broadcast has taken away. And I'm really, really hoping for the best. I'm really hoping that we go somewhere and that there's some type of action that is taken. I need some legal action to be taken. I don't like how I'm consistently redirected by the law enforcement like it's a game. Go here, go here. They just listen to my problem and call it a day and possibly log it. Like seriously, I shouldn't be calling this much.
Yeah, and I actually think that the fact that you're saying that, Jacob, is very insightful. Like, you feel like you're kind of given the runaround a little bit. Like people aren't really taking you seriously.
Exactly. No, I believe they are. It's just the fact. It's just the possible fact that they're being controlled and manipulated.
Oh, they're being manipulated. So they're listening to you, but
no.
they're manipulated.
They're listening to me, but I believe they may have been. They are possibly being manipulated by somebody higher than them that is against me towards shutting down the show that is relative towards my life and my documentary. And that is wrong. And the whole purpose of the documentary was to be authentic. And I think that's why, they broadcasted me without telling me. And of course, I was that much of an entertainer to the point that people made it known that I had a show of some sort in public. Literally. And it's even documented in the broadcast at some point where the people mind fucked me because I couldn't figure out what was going on with me. I couldn't figure out what was going on. Why are people acting this way? Why are they acting like they know me from somewhere? And it was really, it really just took a toll on me. And I had to accept that fact and be okay with that fact, that people were hearing me, whether I like it or not.
And I have a bit of an off-topic question for you, Jacob. But do you live alone, or do you live with your father?
I live alone, but I stay at my father's house. Even my father, even my father vouched of the show being real. He did. And the part that upset me the most was that he said I couldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to shut them down. He didn't have faith in me. He didn't believe in me. The most I could give gratitude to was the fact that he kept it honest with me and let me know that there was a show, that I did have a documentary. That I appreciate because he was honest.
Okay. So you do, so your documentary, where is that? Is that being filmed right now, or is it already done or in the process?
I'm telling you right now, it's live. Even as we speak.
Live?
Yeah, even though you said it's not like that, I believe it's otherwise. It's live as we speak.
Okay.
And that's how it works. I would like to send you a well articulated paragraphs of my perspective on what's going on with my life. If you care to listen to or read that, where I go more into depth.
Sure.
Yeah. If you could give me something where I can email you or send you the text to work with.
I can give you my work cell, so if you're comfortable with that.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Because I had an email that cell's a little bit easier. I mean, you can email me too. But,
okay.
Which one you prefer is fine with me.
I prefer message. Let me do message because I want to send you some other stuff to work with. I want you to see this because I would like to believe that we could get somewhere with you.
Sure. I just, as long as it's, I want to make sure there's no profanity or anything in it.
It's evidence. If there is profanity, there's nothing explicit. It's just messages.
Okay.
Most is messages.
Okay. Yeah. Then here's what I'll do. I'll text you right now, Jacob, so you know it's me, okay?
Okay.
And I'm gonna text you my business card, so you definitely know it's me.
Okay.
All right? So you know I'm legit, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So let me just program your number on my phone really quick, my work cell, because right now I'm on my office number.
Okay.
But I have a work cell. I just don't give it out usually until I talk to someone first, make sure everything's good. You know what I mean? So as long as I'm talking to you first on this line, then I can text you. So let me program your number in. I want you to know that I am legit and I'm a social worker, okay?
Okay.
So let me just program your number in as we speak.
Okay.
So I have your number right here as 321. That's your number, right?
That is my number.
That's your number. Perfect. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Just a second. You're going to get a text from me, okay, Jacob?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, no problem. I want you to have an outlet to share about what's going on. I'm going to text you my business card. And even though you see the big sheriff's sign on that, I am a contracted employee, so I don't work for the sheriff's office.
Okay.
I work with them, if you know, as a contractor.
Okay. Regardless, I think.
Anyway, so I just wanted you to know that.
Okay.
I'm bound by HIPAA because I'm a social worker. The only time I can't bound by HIPAA is if there's like a safety issue. Then I gotta do something. I gotta act. But did you receive my text?
I did receive a text. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah, so you can text me the paragraph you were mentioning if you want to share more details about your documentary or anything that's going on.
One moment, I will. I'm going to send you some images real quick.
Okay. Just as long as they're enough, they're appropriate. I have to say that, not because of you, but...
Okay. Okay, I'm just...
Not because of you.
Yeah.
I
no. I'm just letting you know now, it may be a bit inappropriate, but it's worthy for evidence. Not inappropriate towards anything explicit. It's just messages.
Okay.
That's relative.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to send you this.
As long as there's no images, that's good. Okay.
I'm going to send you those 2 images, and then I'm going to send you what I sent to the journalist.
Okay. All right, yeah, I got them.
I even have a video I documented where I investigated and looked for vouchers from people. Pretty much saying it's real.
Oh, that's very inappropriate.
Yes. And their demeanors are very reluctant. Like they feel like it's wrong to speak about it. Like I can't know about my documentary. Like they're ashamed about it. I don't know why they act that way.
That's very inappropriate.
Yeah.
That message you saw.
Yeah, but it's a real thing. And I promise you the world has access to that. To the context. Not the messages, but the context. The world has access to that thanks to the broadcasting platform. That's how bad it is. And that's why I want to shut it down.
You might want to take a break from social media. I know social media is so important in today's world, but if it's people are getting, things, then maybe... I know people are say whatever they want, it seems like sometimes.
Oh, you don't think it's real? You think somebody would just say that out of spite, really? In spite of what's going on with the context that I have? Really? You think he would just say that, just to say that? I don't think so.
Well, maybe maybe I need to understand the context better. Okay, so I'm reading it now.
He's pretty much insinuating...
Oh, yeah,
that
very inappropriate.
Yeah, he's pretty much insinuating that he's
Not
seen
you,
me.
what the person said was inappropriate.
Yeah. There's vision or visual of me in the shower, in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Explicitly. And I believe that the world had access to that. I don't like that. That's not fair. That's unfair.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. So you believe that they were watching you in the shower, Jacob?
Oh, yes. And I believe one of the ways, at first, I thought it was in the ceiling. Like I thought there was cameras in the house. That was my initial perspective. then I was like, oh, wait a minute. It's probably through the cellular device, possibly. They literally broadcast my camera, like film, through the cellular device. And like I said, I'm the first ever broadcasted like this in history on a global scale.
Okay.
This, I'm gonna tell you, I'm about to send you what I sent to the journalists. It's still context for you to work with.
Okay.
And this is just my perspective. I know it's broad, it's pretty broad, but as broad as it gets, it's still somewhat narrow because I have no context on my documentary in any way, shape, or form that's relative towards the broadcast. And this is what I sent to the journalists, and this is my perspective. And you telling me they wouldn't cover this story? There's something fishy going on. And I reached out to all the journalists I could find in Orlando because I need publicity. I don't see why not. And I'm pretty sure I already said it, but it's bad to the point where the president of the United States may have addressed it. Literally, the problem. I'm quite upset at him for letting it drag on for this long. Thank you for giving me an outlet, a word, a voice.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Yeah, you're welcome, Jacob. Yeah, that's... Okay, yeah, I'm reading this. It's very distressing.
Yes. It seems like I've been trying so hard and getting nowhere. I don't like that.
And you sent this to a journalist?
Yes. All the journalists I can find in Orlando.
Okay.
And I figured with the context that's out there in the world that's relative about me, that they would go out their way. But I feel like from their perspective is that they don't want to do anything wrong. That's just a perspective. Like they're reluctant to reach out because they don't want to make a wrong move in history. Because this is history as we speak. I don't know why, but that's just a perspective. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. I feel like they're waiting for the law enforcement to take some type of action before they make a move. And if not, shame on them for not covering my story because they have context.
Okay. Yeah, I'm reading through this here, Jacob. Okay. I think you're right that you're probably not the only one this is happening to.
But I may be the only one with a broadcasted platform at such a scale.
Okay. All right. Yeah, thank you for sharing that with me, Jacob. That's very well, it's well written. It's pretty clear what you're dealing with here. And it does, I mean, it's definitely something that is something to be concerned about, obviously, for sure, because your privacy is being invaded here.
The general public has access to that information. I literally I believe I have to change my socials and other personal information after I shut down the show. That's how bad it is. There's a lot of leaks.
Okay.
I'm talking about, like, my neighbors are in tune. My neighbors next door can hear this conversation right now, and I don't even know them. It's that bad.
You know, I've heard, this is not the first time I've heard this happening. Maybe not in exactly the same way that it's happening to you, but, you know, there are some other people that have been going through this before. And it's definitely scary to think that your neighbor can hear everything that's going on.
Yeah, and that's plural. Neighbors. And that's what separates my story from everyone else's.
Okay, because I did hear a story about a neighbor, like this lady said it was her neighbor, but this is your neighbor's plural?
Yes. The people here know me. They're in tune right now because it's quite entertaining.
that you do trust, though, Jacob, that you know is not in on it, that like you can talk to about this, or is it pretty much you're at this point? There's no one around you that you can trust.
The most fucked up part about this is that I can't even talk about this with my family. They play dumb. And the only one who kept it real was my father. And I can't even talk to him about it because he doesn't want to talk about it. And I don't want to put him in that position at all. I don't know why they're like that. I don't know why my family acts like that. I don't know why people act like that. Like it's a bad thing for me to know about my documentary. And it's a mind fuck. Literally. I feel like I've been solo on this endeavor to conquer alone. Even though I'm not alone, I know there's a lot of people rooting for me on this cause towards the shutdown. But I know for a fact that it is real. And I don't want to be gaslighted in any way, shape, or form.
Absolutely. Nobody, we all deserve the right to live freely in our lives and our personal, and have a, personal space in our lives. And, you're doing the right thing by speaking up about it. Because, the fact that you're, not staying silent is a good thing. You're trying to get help.
I have no resources. Y'all are the only resources I have. And the way, not you, but the way I've been treated thus far by the law enforcement was so unfair. As my only resource to take legal action. Literally. You know how that feels?
Absolutely. There is a lack of resources, and that shouldn't be the case. That should not be the case at all. That's not right.
Do you think it will be possible to get a detective on this case? Even though I believe it's unnecessary, but necessary for the plot. And I speak like that because we're always broadcasted. And I say it's unnecessary because of the context that's out there. I'm saying the work for the detective is a breeze. That's how much context there is. I got to get the law enforcement to budge. And that's how it feels right now. And that's why I'm here right now on the phone with you.
Do you believe, well, let me ask you this, to make sure I'm getting you the right resource. Are you feeling like this is is it cyber stalking, or do you think it's just bigger than that?
It's bigger than that. I'm just letting you know now that the people, the general public, have access to my lifestyle through the cellular device. That's one of the ways they broadcast me and capture me. Besides, in public, I believe they have access to the security cameras anywhere I go. And they're able to, broadcast from there. I don't know how they do it. And it's not a fact. It's just a possible conclusion. It's just a possible, idea or perspective that could be true towards how they capture me and broadcast me.
Okay.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay. I apologize, Jacob. No, you're good. Can you repeat that last part you said?
Never mind. I'm good. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay. So just hearing you out here, you're saying it's bigger than cyber stalking.
Yes, it's not exclusive. It's more than that. Like my phone activity, my voice, and how it has affected me with the people in my business, and how it's hindered me from a lifestyle.
Oh no! How has it affected your lifestyle?
By the fact that the robbing prominence. I'm fighting for my prominence. I don't want people to be in my business like this. I don't want them to act like they know me but don't know me. In tune with the way they are. I feel like it hinders so much prominence because the way people act. And the way they act, I'm about to show you. And it's just a perspective, but I feel like and I act this way because this is how I am towards a broad perspective. I literally feel like they put disclaimers because I don't know why people act like this on a collect, but this is how people are. They act like this. If you see this individual in person, please do not interact as if you know this person in any way, shape, or form, as it would disrupt and defeat the whole purpose of the documentary. Thank you for watching. That's just a perspective I have. And I don't know how they do it, but I really feel like they block and manipulate my influence. I have influence. I feel like they block my bonds with the people that know me because I'm quite the global icon. I don't like that because I can't maneuver through my influence. So that's just one of the ways that they may hinder me. I'm not saying that's how it is, but I believe that's how it is. I don't like how people can see my content that I post as an influencer on a bigger platform and not assist me towards my social media platforms. This is an edit, but I believe that they don't want to support me because they don't want me to know that I have a documentary, that I'm being broadcasted on a broader platform elsewhere. It's that bad. They move as a collect that bad. My social media platforms, personally, if that makes any sense, because my phone activity is consistently broadcasted and they watch it from there and they don't support me from there, where I can see it, where I can see my statistics.
Okay. And what about so it's affected your social life, I'm assuming. What about your employment? Are you employed, if you don't mind me asking?
Thank you for that guide, because you just led me to a topic that I want to speak about.
Okay.
And right now I'm currently unemployed, but I just came back from a job interview yesterday. I'm about to follow up on orientation on Friday, I believe.
Okay.
And I'm about to start working very soon. So congratulations to that. But I want to speak on that topic because I believe the broadcast made people in the work environment insecure. It made people voices heard. It made people act a certain type of way because they felt like they were being broadcasted or filmed. And I promise you 9 times out of 10, they probably were. And that blackballed me from a lot of job opportunities, I believe. Because people didn't want to be in tune with my business. People didn't want to feel conscious or insecure about people listening to them or watching them in the work environment. And it hindered my lifestyle so much to the point that I don't even think I could find a woman. I'm not comfortable with being with a woman. And I think it's vice versa. And I say that because they're in my business. They know who or what I text, what I say all the time. They know what I'm doing all the time, 24/7, like I'm living with them. That's how much access that they have. It hinders my relationship. That's how much exposure I have. And it's wrong. That is so wrong. How do you expect me to be or have a relationship with a woman with this much exposure?
Right.
Literally all up to the balls and the ass. Literally. And pardon, my profanity. But that's literally how it feels.
Absolutely. You just want to be a human and have human. I mean, that's a very normal thing to want to have a relationship and to be successful at a job and to not have this get in the way of that.
Thank you.
It is.
Yes, thank you for your empathy.
Of course. Of course, Jacob, because, you're a human and it's like you can't have the basic things that humans need and want.
Personal space.
Yeah. So the question I have is, where do we go from here? Because you've got all the you've laid out the concerns and very clearly to me.
A detective. Move forward. Take legal action. investigate it, utilize the context that's out there, that's really out there, beyond the context that I just have.
Oh, well, before I get into that really quick, Jacob, because you answered some really good, you did a great job answering. I have one more question. Oh, it just struck me to ask you. You said this started about 2 years ago. So
Around
2023.
Correct. It could be a little bit longer than that, but I could be very much. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're fine. You didn't. Yeah. So you said it started about 2 years ago.
Yes, but it could be longer than that. I don't know for sure. Just around that time, it just started getting hectic, crazy. I'm talking about people acting like fans, like fans. It was like almost every individual I encountered or seen in public done an action where it was evident that they seen or heard of me before. Like they're familiar with my presence. Like what type of exposure or publicity is that? I shouldn't be living under such circumstances with such publicity in any way, shape, or form. And the publicity's hindered and blackballed. Because I'm quite the influencer. If I had such influence, I would be able to make my way around such a lot faster. I don't know why the people act like the way they act, but I would like to believe they have a valid reason towards acting the way they act, towards being reluctant, and towards just being reluctant on telling me about my documentary. But one thing, I'm grateful for all the people that are listening right now. Thank you to each and every one that assisted me and supported me in that way and making it known that I had a documentary, a show. Thank you. You supported me in that way. I want you to know that your presence did not go unknown.
Yeah, and there's some people out there that did acknowledge that you had a documentary.
Exactly. I'm very grateful for them because I want to be able to put my twos and twos together and get to where I'm at right now with y'all, expressing how I'm expressing and getting to the bottom of this.
Okay. So, Jacob, you mentioned, you got a job, and that's really exciting.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, I want to mention one thing.
How's going on?
I want to mention one thing. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Were you going to follow up? I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just had a thought I just want to express ASAP before I lose it.
You can express your thoughts.
Okay, so literally, if you go to the surveillance cameras on my whereabouts within the past few years, anywhere I went, you could see the difference in people's demeanors. You could literally investigate the work environments, my whereabouts, where I go. You'll notice what I speak of. You know how people inference and give me hints and possible clues, right? That I have been documented in some way, shape, or form. That is evidence right there. You notice the difference from before it happened and after it happened towards exposure and publicity through such a platform being broadcasted. That's worthy. And I figured I'd mention that. Because since
you said that you could see that people, their demeanor changed?
Yeah, demeanors changed. Because since when people start acting like this? Before, I was a nobody. That's my point. I was literally a nobody. And then out of nowhere, everybody started acting like fans. Literal fans. Like fans. You see the difference from when it happened and before it happened. You could see that if you really look into it.
Okay. And you've captured this on camera. Okay. So, how did you see this people changing here? Jacob, you captured that on camera?
I didn't capture it on camera. I'm talking about if y'all have access to the surveillances, like in the work environments, etc. If you actually look during my time there, you can notice a difference with people. Like they're looking for me. Like they have my location. Like they know where I'm at. And it was like that everywhere I went. They know who I am. You can notice a difference in demeanors. Like they wanted to interact with me. Like that. You can see the difference.
Because you had become
Famous.
known. Famous,
Yes.
globally famous. Okay.
Yeah, you can notice the difference towards how I rose to fame through this platform. Through people.
Okay. And so before 2 years ago, Jacob, this wasn't happening to you at all? Nothing was happening like to you?
Correct. I actually have an exact date, maybe. I could give you an exact year. I just have to look into it in my pictures, images, photos, because I recall some photos that I recalled before where I wasn't too prominent, where I wasn't really like anybody or well known. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can have a date and pull up a date or a year for you.
Okay.
Maybe more than 2 years. It started in 2021. December.
21. Okay.
Around December. 2021, around December, I believe.
That's when it started? When you noticed everything changed for you?
Yeah, everything started changing. Everybody started acting different around my presence. People knew me. Wait, hold on.
And you noticed people were treating you differently because you were famous?
Exactly. They made it quite obvious and evident. I never seen people act like that before. Never.
Huh. That's quite the dramatic change, isn't it?
Yes. Even in
You went
Walmart.
from being like everybody else to being famous.
Literally. And there's one work environment where it really happened, and you can notice the difference. Walmart. When I used to work at Walmart in California, if you check the surveillances, you can see the difference. I promise you. That's just one example of an environment that I could think of where it displayed such.
Okay. So, how are you feeling about, starting your new job with all this going on?
I have no idea. I don't know. I'm just excited because I believe it has hindered me getting the job quite a bit. So I'm going to just try my best. I'm just trying to not pay attention to, even though they're possibly, even though my managers, my coworkers are possibly in tune, which they probably are in tune 9 times out of 10. I'm going to just go to work just like how I would go to work and do what I need to do. And it was like that everywhere. People in tune. That's very uncomfortable. I don't want my coworkers to know what I'm doing, what I say, what I do, what I watch. It's so uncomfortable.
Right. Well, that would be very uncomfortable, Jacob. But you know what you could do while you're at work? Just try to focus on the tasks, and maybe at least you'll be distracted.
Yeah, that I can do. I think the people they notice the problem, and they're pretty good at acting like they don't know me now. They stop doing that because they listen. And they realized how much it mind fucked me. Literally. Like I told you, they thought it was a game to them. They did some things, like some actions, and it just really fucked with my mental a bit. Because I'm like, why are they doing that?
I have to.
I'm questioning, why do they do that? Why do they do that? And I'm like a person that pays attention to detail and, that just analyzes people. And they were all doing the same thing. Like they moved as a collect. They did the same action. The same action. Random people that I don't know did the same thing as a collect. As if they were moving together on that one. And, I had quite the interesting fan base. Bond with the world through this way. Speaking this way. I was very vulnerable. I was very open. The way I expressed. I believe I influenced people. Made better speakers, made better people, inspired people. So that, I'm grateful for the platform. But enough is enough. I had enough exposure. I don't need any more.
Absolutely. I think it's time that you are able to gain back your privacy or and this is very uncomfortable to just be walking around and everybody's noticing you and when you just want to you live your life.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's all you want to do.
This is a serious problem in America, and they know it. They can't push it to the side anymore. I won't allow it. I really hope we get somewhere more than just speaking. I really hope we can get some action involved. Find a worthy detective to work on this case. I hope I can see...
Well, okay, go ahead.
I hope... did you want to say something?
Oh, no, you're good. Go ahead.
I hope I can see the other side of that world that I'm on. The one that's captured, the one that's documented. I want to see that part of myself. I don't want it to be shunned anymore. I feel like I would cry and fall into tears knowing what could be there, seeing what's there on the internet. Because I know people post me. I know they talk about me quite frequently. And I don't think it's fair in any way, shape, or form that has been taken away from me and that I can't see that part of me in that world that's documented. I want to see that. I want to meet the people behind the scenes that set this all up. The first show, documentary, broadcasted like this on a global scale. I truly don't think there wouldn't have been any other candidate that's worthy for such a broadcast. And I hope I'm the first and last because the way they dragged it was wrong and unjust.
I hope you're the last too, because this sounds miserable, Jacob. It really does. The thing I was going to suggest to you, though, Jacob, so maybe you could, since you're really, really good with writing, from what I see, you could, I could text you a link for where you can report this online at OrangeCountySheriff'sOffice.com, and you can write down what's going on, like you did with the journalists. Do you want to try that?
Yeah, I'll try that.
Or how do you feel about that?
I could do that. I don't mind doing more work. If it's going to get us somewhere.
I don't want you to feel let down. So here's my only concern. You seem very let down, and I don't want to further bring you down if, God forbid, they say for whatever reason, I don't know, because I don't determine. I'm not in that area. I don't know how they determine what case to pick up and what not, but I just don't want you to be further let down. But I want you to keep in the back of the mind that they may not, and I don't want you to be offended by this, but they may not take the report. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't know their determination on how they decide or not.
Okay.
But at least you can sleep hopefully a little better knowing at least it was documented.
Yes. Please make sure my voice goes somewhere regardless. I'm going to keep on trying. I refuse to believe that they won't investigate it. And they're looking quite guilty right now. The law enforcement is looking pretty guilty right now, like they're accomplices in some way, shape, or form against this one. And I don't like it. And I'm lacking resources. I'm lacking the voice. Because my voice is going, it seems like my voice is going to an enemy. It shouldn't feel like my voice is going to an enemy at all towards the law enforcement.
Well, if you don't, I understand. If you don't want to report to law enforcement because you think, maybe we're not doing a great job there, you don't have to report it. I just wanted to give you another option.
No, I'm going to do that regardless. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do everything. So when everything, arrives on court, my portfolio is worthy. Everything that I have thus far is documented and utilized. The law enforcement is making themselves look really bad right now.
Yeah, but here's what I can do for you, because I'm not on the law enforcement side. But you did tell me that this is affecting your mental health. You said it's a mind. Can't say that word. Other word. You said.
Yeah. It's okay. Sorry about that.
Causing you to have. Oh no, you can say it. I just. You're allowed to say it.
Oh, you're adorable for that.
But it must be affecting your mental health because because you probably have trouble sleeping knowing someone's watching you and the neighbors are listening.
It is. It has taken quite the toll. It literally built me to the point where I have to watch how I speak. I have to be conscious how I speak because my voice goes to the world. Like I'm a speaker 24/7. That's consistently judged, watched, analyzed, questioned.
Yeah, and that I can't even imagine how that takes a toll. The toll that must take on your mental health, because sounds so exhausting. So, you let me know. I respect your decision on whatever you want to do here.
Yes, please send me that link. Send me that link.
I'll send you that link for that. And if you also want any links on how to help you with your mental health, I can do that too. But I'll send you the links for the reporting. Okay.
Okay, thank you. So there's no way.
Like you really,
there's no way. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, I want to help you also with dealing with the stress of this too.
Okay. So there's no way for you to follow up on a detective on this. I still have to.
Well, so if you report it online, and I'll text you the link once I find it here. I'll text you the link, and then they will determine what you need, what they're going to do about it. Okay.
Okay, and if there's no response after a week, what then?
I feel like you should get a response quickly. Do you not normally? Have you done that before?
I never done report online yet.
Oh.
So far, it's just been documented through thy word.
I don't think it'll actually. You know what? That's a good question. I should ask somebody how long it usually takes to get a response.
Is it really necessary?
You'll get a response for sure.
Okay.
I don't know how long. I don't think it'll take that long. I could be wrong.
Okay. Is it really necessary to document a report online after speaking so profound? Documented several different times.
No.
Is it really necessary?
Not necessarily, no.
Is there any way you could push it to the right people?
I can do my best.
Because I'd rather work with you than work with them right now. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, you can just work with me, Jacob. That's no problem.
Thank you so
rather
much.
do that.
Yes, I'd rather be patient with you than them right now.
Okay, because you know me. So at least if you know me, then you'd have to start all over again. And you sound like you've told this to many different people.
Too many times, and I feel like it goes nowhere. And possibly to an event number. Pray to God it does.
Well, then that's not a problem, Jacob. You could just go through me, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, that's not a problem at all. But I really appreciate you sharing this because it's a lot. And, you've already told it many times and you still told it again. So I appreciate that.
Of course.
And, yeah. And I don't know if you're comfortable because, I'm not trying to push anything on you. So you don't even have to say yes right now. But if you do want any kind of stress management resources, I can give that to you too. But you don't have to take that if you don't want it. I just feel like you're not getting enough assistance with that part.
I'm sorry?
I feel like you're not getting enough assistance with, your stress management with that part of it.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
All right. Well, this was all documented by me, okay? So,
okay.
If it gets worse, you have my number. You can reach out to me if anybody, you see people coming into your house or anything like that. Has it gotten to that point yet? Or it's all, it's not, are there anybody that you see throughout the day? Or is it more like a kind of like random people? It's not, I guess in other words, I'm asking, has anybody tried to go into your house or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Or did anyone threaten to harm you, hurt you?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Well, that's good. Okay. Okay, Jacob. Well, you have my number now, so, you could definitely, reach out to me if you need any additional support with this situation.
Okay. And I just have to ask one more time.
Uh-huh.
What, do you believe that we're going to go somewhere with this?
Say it again?
Do you believe that we're going to go somewhere? Like, make progress? Do you think you have that power to do that with such contacts?
So in my current role here, because I'm a contracted employee, mainly my job is to listen to people and document what they say. So the best thing that I can do for you is document this, which I'm doing.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna follow up on that link. I'm gonna see what I can do then, regardless. I just need some action going on.
Okay. And then I know, does this make you feel like, this is becoming so bad that you're thinking about hurting yourself or harming yourself or anything like that? Killing? I know this is kind of...
I thought about it. I really thought about it, but I don't think like that anymore. I thought it was worthy at the time to think like that, because to send a message, and I can't believe I even felt that low and even wanted to stoop that low to even do that to myself, because I felt like my voice wasn't being heard. And I don't want to do that. I don't want people to ever do that, to send a message, to feel like they have to hurt themselves or kill themselves because the way, the world has treated them in an unjust manner. Just to send a message. I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to be like that. I want to believe I can conquer this, win this.
Yeah. I believe you can.
Thank you so much.
Can, Jacob. I think you can conquer this. I think you obviously are very, pretty intelligent, and that's a strength that you have already right there. And yeah, I believe that you can conquer this too.
Really?
Mhm. Yeah, because if you didn't, you wouldn't be calling us. You're not giving up, and I think that you do. You want help with this?
I do.
And to me, that shows me that you're resilient.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And I'm just so sorry that you've gotten to that low point in the past. I'm happy that you're not, feeling that way right now. Or maybe you are sometimes, or does it come and go, or you don't feel that way?
I don't feel like that way at all.
Okay.
I don't ever want to feel like that. I feel like I have a mission to win, to fight for right now. And that's what I'm fixated on. That's what I want to be. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to accomplish.
Yeah. Well, you are on the right track, and you just have to keep going.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're so welcome, Jacob. Well, do you want me to text you that link still?
Yes.
Or
Please,
how are you feeling?
please.
Are you okay with
Okay with what?
everything you said? Are you okay with me just listening to you today, or do you want me to send you that link too?
Send me that link. And if they don't say anything, I might follow up with you if you think that's worthy.
Okay. That's worthy.
Okay.
I do. I think that's worthy. Yep. Okay. Yep, and if anything, you can always reach back out to me if you don't hear anything back.
Okay. Okay.
Okay? Okay, well, you stay safe and continue to... Okay, let me find the link for you really fast here. I know it's on the website. There it is. File a police report. Okay, there it is. Yep. Yep, you just file it online. So you have to file this police report I guess would this qualify under identity the identity theft, harassing phone calls? I'm trying to think of what incident.
Yeah, it could classify under such.
Okay, so I'll do harassing phone calls because you don't think that someone stole your identity, do you?
I may believe that some people may have utilized my information or tried to attempt to, but I don't know if they were successful in any way, shape, or form. I'm quite ignorant about it, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, then file it under a harassing phone call because that's the only category that fits your situation the best.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. All right. You're welcome, Jacob. And you can always reach back out to me, okay?
Okay, I'll keep you updated if anything.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, thank you so much.
All right. You're welcome.
All right, bye. Pleasure
Bye-bye.
speaking with you.
Take care.
Likewise.